kind of got my schedule situated now. So every 2 weeks, every 14 days, I'm going to get 77 hours, and I'm only going to work 7 days. So I'm basically a part-time employee with full-time hours.
Wow.
It's fucking great, right? I get 7 days off, 7 days on.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's not 7 days straight. So it's 3 on, 3 off, 4 on, 4 off.
Right.
So
Right. That's a good gig. That's
hell
a good
yeah.
gig.
So I'm like, I might do this job for the rest of my fucking life with that kind of schedule. You know what I mean?
I had a trip to Morgantown this week. I got to stop and
Yeah.
get me some Permani Brothers.
Oh,
Some Permani Brothers. And the guy that works there is like the
You stop
regional
in Clarksburg or all the way in Morgantown.
Clarksburg.
Yep.
But the guy that was in there was like, oh, dude, he was like, we've had meetings. He said, we're trying to get down to Charleston. I said, I wish you hurry up.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Burger King and Wendy's and that.
But you know, it's no different. Like, if they had it down here, I'd get tired of it too. The reason why it's so good because it's 2 hours away.
Parmani Brothers, if you hit the drive-in, is a totally... See, so when I lived in Pittsburgh, Parmani Brothers was a big deal. Now, the reason they're a big deal is they started catering to the truckers. They were a truck stop drive-through. That's why the French fries are on the sandwich. Truckers don't have two hands. They ain't got time for that shit. They got stuff to do with this hand. So they put the fries on the sandwich. So if you're a driving man and you hit the drive-through, it's a different experience because it's all in one hand.
Something tells me you still can't drive with that sandwich. Like, I'm talking like my automatic.
Dude, I have
Jeep
drove
Cherokee.
down the road shoving a tuna sub from Subway down my throat.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. Every Permani Brothers sub I've had absolutely requires two hands.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fucking drive? Period.
Well, when you get it in the drive-thru, it's cut in half, and it's in two different papers.
Oh, that might make it a little bit better.
It's in two different papers.
But yeah, we
Or
go
it
up,
used to
every
be.
time I used to go up there. That's where I would stop, or the West Virginia's largest buffet.
Where's
It's
that
right
at?
there? Right there on Emily Drive, right there in the Clarksburg Mall, the China King or some shit that's up there. They got everything: Chinese food, fried chicken, fucking tacos. It's like a Golden Corral and a China King mixed together. The West Virginia's largest buffet. It's right there in the same plaza. Is it the China King? China Mac? No, not China Max. It's something China. And you think it's just Chinese food, but it's not. It's West Virginia's largest buffet.
What they got?
Everything.
Oh, wow. So it's like a Golden Corral kind of thing.
Yeah, but it has a full selection of Chinese food too. So it's like a China buffet and a Golden Corral.
What the?
It's got the Mongolian bar where you can order shit.
I can
It's
get
got a
like
sushi
some.
bar.
I can get like
You
some
can get
Mongolian grill
some-
with some meatloaf.
Yeah. Fucking
Thank
A.
God.
Yes.
That's America right there.
You know,
This is what America's.
you ever been to the China buffet in Canal City? In that little corner there? Like the way it's kind of laid out? I don't know if like the easiest way to explain it is like this one in Canal City. It has like 6 different bars where you can get food from.
Right.
You know, whereas Golden Corral kind of has that long line down the back.
Right.
The China buffet in Canal City has like 6 different individual bars. Supposedly, this China buffet in Clarksburg is supposed to be 17 of those bars, individual bar with all kinds of food. Yeah, you can just look it up. West Virginia's largest buffet.
I am going to check it out. I'm sorry. I'm sending out to Chrissy to let her know we're on.
Talking too much. Blunt went out. But yeah, Yeah, dude, I like Permani Brothers, and there's another sub place up there that's really good in Morgantown. They got this awesome pizza sub.
I still like the place in Huntington Mall with the meatloaf sandwiches.
The Huntington Mall?
Yeah.
Meatloaf sandwiches.
Oh my God, you don't know?
No.
This place has been there since like the 70s. Like the tile is old and yellow. It's over by the bathrooms. It looks like it's made from bathroom tile. That's probably why you've never seen it. But it's called the Big Loaf. And they have meatloaf sandwiches, and it's meatloaf on ciabatta bread, and it is absolutely astonishing. Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that place, and I thought about eating there because we go to the Huntington Mall a lot. Bro, what
I
did you
do that to myself every time I pick up your fucking.
Damn. You're supposed to light the blunt, not your hand.
I do that every.
Why was the fire aimed at your hand? Like, there's bigger questions here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
Because I don't smoke meth, John.
Me either, but shit, the fire goes on the blunt, bro.
I don't use torch lighters. That's funny.
That was great. That was fucking great.
For you millennials out there, that's how Gen Xers react when they spray themselves, when they straight light their hand with a torch lighter. What the fuck?
Let's try this again. Like, aim it at the blunt.
I'm going to. When I'm ready.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What you got on the board this week?
Oh man, I've just been playing, dude. Where you want to start at? I mean, I know. Okay, let's do it. Let's get it out of the way. I know we both watched that episode of the Benny Show today.
Are you talking about the whole fucking Tucker Carlson thing that we watched?
Yes.
Okay, I think I watched it yesterday, but yeah, that shit with who was that? Who was the dude? I forgot his fucking name.
Kyle Becker is the guy who was doing all the journalism.
No, not the journalism. He was like
on releasing it on Twitter.
Every time they told a lie or something on that video, the guy that's in the background, like,
oh yeah, dude, they had a couple of them. They
he's
had
like a fucking famous actor or something. Like,
was it American Psycho? The guy from American Psycho?
Maybe.
No, he was on all the Fat Electrician video I was watching earlier.
I forgot his name now, but that shit was funny as hell. But yeah, I'm not gonna look it up now. But yeah, dude, like I feel like if there's anything juicy on this footage that they released, or they didn't release it, they allowed the producers to come look at it.
Yeah.
If there's anything good on it, we'll see it.
Well, I think you know what? I mean, it's not even. There's no question or conversation or even like we know they one-sided the media story. We know that shit was one-sided. We knew it was. We all know it was. Even the left knows it was. Throw out a good example. Great example. You were able to use GPS location to real-time GPS location to locate over 500 people that went to the Capitol complex that day and interrogate them. But you can't use that same fucking technology to catch the pipe bomb guy.
No.
That was at 11 o'clock at night. There wasn't a bunch of people around. If there was a GPS locator right there, it was that motherfucker.
Nah,
Excuse my French.
Nah. Like, it's even better than that. Because the same GPS, the same technology that they used to track these certain people on J6, was the same technology that is inaccurate as fuck when Dinesh D'Souza used it in his fucking documentary. When he used it to track ballot stuffers, it was inaccurate technology, and there's no way that it can prove anything.
You know what? Was it Kennedy that straight up asked Merrick Garland, who has just had the shit? Sorry, Merrick, you've had the shit beat out of you this week. I feel a little bad for you.
Since you said that name, did you see anything? I think I saw something. Maybe it was just some propaganda, but RFK Jr. is gonna primary Biden. It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure that Biden's gonna have a primary, gonna get primaried. I think it's RFK Jr., which is Robert Kennedy's son.
RFK Jr. to primary Biden.
See for anything.
Yeah. Man, what if a Kennedy ran for Democrat again? Democrat Kennedy versus Trump. That's Godzilla versus King Kong. That's you think the first Trump election versus Hillary was a big deal? This is time traveling back and watching Roy Jones fight. Like this is.
I'm just saying, like the Democrats don't really have anybody that can really primary Biden, but
you know,
I think he might have the name power to do it.
All the Q people have been waiting for Kennedy to pop out and run for president. Now what? May I conspiracy theory for a minute?
Sure.
May I? Y'all mind?
Might as well.
Okay, so let me conspiracy theory for a minute.
I'm good. I don't want that.
You spend millions of dollars to invent a psyop. A psyop that leads people to believe that Kennedy's son didn't die on a plane crash, that in fact Kennedy's son is still alive and kicking and is in contact with people who want to undermine the Democratic cabal. This is just Q theory, okay? I didn't make this up. I'm just spitting it out as best I can.
Yeah, well, it sounds really far-fetched anyway.
This is the Q theory, though. So, to undermine the cabal, what if, and this would be a king of genius, what if you did that as the Democrat Party to lubricate the way to put another Kennedy into office?
Hey, you know, like...
How many conservatives who were going to vote for Trump, who used to be Democrats, who are leaving the Democratic Party, would have to stop and be like, wait, is that a Kennedy? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want that.
I'm conspiracy theorying, but
yeah, I mean that's a little far fetched for me because you know there's a lot of moving parts in that scenario. Whether you know if it was to ever have any grip.
I firmly believe Q is a psyop. I firmly believe Q is a psyop.
Dude, like
an example for it is there was a Q drop. I don't remember what the number was. I don't remember any of that, but there was a Q drop once. Because you know me, I follow everything as best I can. And it said, "Watch the waters." That's what it said. Had a bunch of weird numbers on it. When the big ship got stuck in the thing overseas,
yeah, and
there was a cargo in one of the pictures. From the media, there was a cargo container. And that cargo container matched like some of the numbers on the Q drop. And they're like, oh my God, watch the waters. He said, watch the waters. And then when Mar-a-Lago got raided, which is an island, Mar-a-Lago means something lake or something. Like, it means something having to do with, and like, there was something to do with, like, a police car. It had a number on it, and it matched a number on that drop. And they were like, watch the waters. Watch the waters. And then when the train derailed up here and they showed the ship running into the water, people were putting up that Q post again. Watch the waters. Watch it. Quit, guys. Quit.
Look,
You're being psyoped.
Dude, and it's some fucking 22-year-old fucking CIA analyst in the fucking computer room fucking with y'all. That guy's Q. And he comes in every day for 8 hours.
And he loves his
types
job.
random bullshit.
And I'm
Just
saying this as a conservative. You know what I mean?
right. No,
he's got a lot of this dog is running a lot of the sheep astray.
But like, it doesn't matter what you believe or what, but there's always going to be the fringes of extreme.
Absolutely.
And that's all that is. These motherfuckers would probably follow a goat if he stood up on his hind legs and said, "Follow me." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's some weirdos out there.
Right. But yeah,
But you know, it is fun to talk about them for a little bit.
Yeah, but a Kennedy running for office. Even me is a you won't call me a hardcore supporter.
Well, you know, I don't know that he's actually officially announced or anything like that.
I would have to hear him out. He'd be the first Democrat I heard out in a long time.
No, I can't say that. I did listen to Tulsi
but Tulsi's always been like very middle of the road.
Yeah.
When she left the Democrat Party, I was like, well, it's about time.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
she's an old Kennedy Democrat. She was a Democrat, but she was an old school, like our grandparents' Democrat. So
she's like my age. She's a little older than me.
Yeah, but those beliefs, those values.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, big drops on the January 6th thing today.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've been at work all day, so I haven't really seen anything new other than what that video you shared with me. I watched it earlier this morning.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
It's just a lot of speculation, but just based on what's came out. Apparently, the big news to me was during them coming in, there was a guy who has been proven to be an FBI agent. I think this was on the video we watched yesterday, who made a comment right behind Ashley Babbitt that somebody was going to get shot, and Ashley Babbitt got shot. So we'll put sanctions on China. That's other news. I don't know what we're going to sanction. We sanctioned a couple weapons companies, but dude, what don't we buy from them motherfuckers?
Look, man, like,
we can't sanction China.
But
we can't sanction China.
We can. We can. Because Trump definitely proved that shit. You know what I mean? He proved that shit. And you call it a trade war, whatever they call it, but you know, at that time, he was standing up for American companies and giving them a fair shake on the world market, regardless of the outcome, you know. But, yeah, you can sanction China. You certainly can. But when I hear about this, I always try to think about this from a neutral position. And from a neutral position, my first response is, who the hell do we think we are? Like, we're like supplying Ukraine with all these weapons, and we're telling China not to give Russia shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man.
And I say that a lot. You know, they showed.
I really feel like this is a.
Listen, I know we gave Ukraine some drones. I know we did. I understand. Fine.
Nah, they got some tanks now, bro.
But before you send the
tanks.
most top-notch Predator suicide drone into Moscow. Would you do me a small favor, please, Mr. Zelensky? Just do me this one little favor. Just take a can of black spray paint and put over the U.S. Air Force part. We did.
Nah, that better be a
Put
NATO.
one of your Ukrainian flag stickers on there.
That's one of them NATO drones.
And I'd like to follow that up with a big, who the fuck do we think we are? Let me stop for a minute, because this is old news from earlier this week, and I was going to do a video on this 3 times and didn't do this. Who the fuck do you think you are, Zelensky? What do you mean if the U.S. backs out, we will lose NATO's support and we will no longer lead the world stage? And dude, we can walk out of your country, come home, close the door. We're going to eat. We can drill our own oil. I know our current administration doesn't seem to be that intelligent, but we've proven this over and over. We can raise our own chickens. We don't need the Ukraine. We don't. Heinz needs the Ukraine so they can make bread for everybody, but to get some flour and make bread, we can do that. And that can be done here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't need this. Let's go back 2 years. Let's pretend like we had no interest whatsoever in this war. None. None, zero, zilch. It's barely even making our news. Russia's invading Ukraine, and it barely makes the news. Let's pretend. Let's pretend Russia rolled into Ukraine one night and just took that motherfucker over before we had a chance to react. How would that have affected us as Americans?
Which, before I answer your question, let me say that is the most common sense plan strategically. Because Russia has the power to do that. The way this has been prolonged out, it just screams. It just literally just screams. What's that shit called? A red herring? Where you basically attack an enemy based off of a fake scenario.
Yeah, because I don't.
Like
I keep looking at it.
You obtain a U.S. missile on the black market, you launch it into a civilian population, then you find evidence that it was an American missile, and then boom.
You know what? To the viewers, 3 years ago, other than the movie Hostel, and its not very good sequel, what did you know about Ukraine?
That it used to be Russia.
If I would have told you, point at Ukraine on a map, could you have done it without looking?
Yeah.
Without looking around first?
No, I know exactly where it is.
Okay, I wouldn't have.
But I'm pretty good with geography.
Yeah.
You give me a world map, I can pretty much tell you where shit is. But
I'm very speechless about it, because I'm like, if Russia would have just rolled up into Ukraine and took it one night, it would have affected us none. It might have been Europe's problem.
No, it would have been a NATO response to make sure that Poland or somebody else wasn't next.
Right.
Other than that, it wouldn't have affected us at all.
No. He's handling old business, and they're screaming, he's going to go for Poland next. No.
He doesn't want
He keeps saying, get out of my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Hey.
Get your kids and get off my lawn.
Back the fuck up.
But dude, the chess game of the Biden administration's getting me perplexed.
Yeah, dude, it's
I mean, literally, like, socially, we're completely divided. He's getting ready to take down Big Oil. Big Pharma runs the world. Hell, Big Pharma runs our food, which is weird enough.
Let me respond to that real quick.
I'm pretty sure they just estimated a third of our water supply in the nation.
Right, but you say we're socially divided.
Oh, yeah.
Not true in my interactions. You know what I mean? Not true at all. Because the people that I talk to face to face,
oh yeah,
we shake hands, we hug, we speak, we And it makes no difference. Black,
Right.
white, green, yellow, gay, straight. I don't give a shit. I speak to everybody. I talk to everybody. I say hi to a lot of people that I don't fucking know.
Oh, I talk to everyone. You have no idea.
On social media, it appears that we're a very divided nation. But
I think
dude,
people are
we're
different
not.
people on
We're
social
really
media.
not.
I think we're really
That-
two people.
Social media is different. It makes you different because there's no consequences. You can be whoever you want to be.
And yeah. And
You
you know
know,
what?
Like
Also, people are not good at social interaction, as good as they used to
Facebook.
be.
There's a meme that was going around for a long time. Facebook has made it acceptable to say what you want because no one's afraid of getting punched in the mouth anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't just go around punching people in the mouth anymore. Whereas that's how we handle business. You didn't run your mouth back in the day. Dude, if all the bicycles was in someone's house, it either meant one of two things. There was a fucking party or someone was fighting. When all the bikes in the fucking neighborhood was at one person's house, somebody was getting fucked up. Or we was about to light some shit on fire.
Yeah.
Our childhood was vastly different than today's.
Yeah.
And I'm a
Very,
little
very.
bit older than you. And we still, it was like summertime. It was like, get the fuck out and don't come back until dark.
No doubt. But you know,
Yes,
I mean,
ma'am.
I
And
know
I'd be
my way around every mountain around here.
Dude, I'd be on my bike. I'd be fucking half a town over.
Yeah. I used to
On the
ride.
other side of town and be like at some other neighborhood's pool or some shit. Like,
Look, at 12
We didn't
years
give a
old,
shit.
I was riding my bicycle down to the bar to get hot
fuck
dogs.
yeah.
And I would ride back with the drunks that lived up Grape.
What was that old ass?
Thelma's.
Thelma's.
Thelma's, man, yeah. I
good-ass
used to,
fucking
from
hot
12
dogs.
years old, I would ride my bicycle down. You know what I missed the other day? B&B's Deli.
Dude, did you know?
B&B's Deli used to have some banging food.
Did you know that it was probably like last month or something like that Skeenies opened up for one day only. I missed it. But I
I'm
used to
sorry.
love Skeenies, man. It was a very good backup.
I would load up the entire line of Skeenies people and put them and sink a ship with them on it for one Thelma's hot dog. I never liked Skeenies that much. He had sour onions. Those onions, man, they kill it.
See,
Oh,
I was
God.
never your classic West Virginia dog kind of person. You know, I'm a chili mustard kind of person. That's all I need.
If your hot dog has those sour onions,
I don't do
like,
onions. I don't do coleslaw.
Those
It's
onions
like
gotta be.
chili and mustard, man.
I want fresh, white, spicy onions, man. If
Maybe
it's-
some jalapenos.
Without good onions, a hot dog's just a cheap piece of fucking meat.
It's fucking.
I can eat just ketchup and mustard, but I still want some onions, and I want
It's-
good onions, man.
Dude, it's just fucking different shaped bologna. That's all
It
is.
is. It is.
It's
Got a
the
little
same
bit
shit.
more. Yeah.
Got a little bit more crunch to it.
Yeah.
It's a little thicker.
That's rat turds. Maybe a cockroach.
That's what my daughter said.
That's just all part of the flavor, though.
Right? I did step my game up, though. I do eat all beef hot dogs now.
No, it ain't right without the chicken and pork. I gotta have it all.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, dude, those 88-cent fucking 8-packs of hot dogs ain't cutting it no more.
No, that's fine. I
That's
gotta
like
get.
Vienna sausages in a hot dog shape. That shit is bad.
Yeah, no, the real cheap ones aren't good,
Right.
but like
Dude,
some
ballpark.
good
All
ballparks.
beef.
I want. No, I
Delicious.
don't want the all beef though.
Oh, delicious. They're so good.
I don't like the Hebrew Nation ones or whatever they're called either.
Those things are too fucking expensive, man.
And
You know what
my
I'm saying?
brother is crazy about them, and he left a pack of them on Mom's fridge, and I walked in and I was like, oh, and made me a hot dog, and I was like,
This is not worth $7.99. It's like $8. It's like $1 a
it
dog,
has no
bro.
soul.
It's like
That hot dog has no soul.
That fucking calf was
It's
fucking
just like the
blessed,
music
son.
they turn out.
Hardened and cleansed, and it was all kinds of shit.
Yeah, it just that hot dog had no soul. It's just there's no, like, I don't know. I'm not a Hebrew Nation fan at all.
Not either. No. Not either. I'm an old ballpark.
Cons. I like Cons. They got Cons, I believe, is my usual go-to.
I can't tell you.
Oscar Mayer makes a really good hot dog, but like you said, it's just bologna.
I'm just a ballpark person. That's always been my shit.
Shit.
Got me over to my hot dogs at 8 o'clock at night.
Oh shit, when we get done, I'm about to eat fried chicken and collard greens.
Hell yeah, that sounds delicious.
Hell yeah, man.
Shit, I might go home and make me a hot dog. I got some ballpark hot dogs in the refrigerator. Anywho,
man, we are cornered economically. Dude, I was just looking at everything the other day. I was like, look at this. Look at, like, you know, like, this can't be coincidence. Oh, come on now. Give it to me. So,
what you got here?
This is Gateway Pundit. Interactive map details destruction of numerous U.S. food manufacturing plants, grocery stores, etc. Compares U.S. incidents to global trends. It's weird to have a weird year. Maybe have some food places go up, a couple farms go bad.
It's been going on for a couple years.
Global trends, like you go everywhere. Like either that's God or government. One of the two. This ain't natural.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the government.
Okay, so I mean we won't get into all of them, but let's see here. A fire destroyed a food processing plant in Fayetteville. A fire ignited inside a Smithsville food processing plant. 3-alarm fire at a Kellogg plant in Memphis. A large fire at a Tyson River Valley ingredient plant. A fire at a Patak meat production company. How are meat places catching on fire? Are they having a barbecue in the back and knock it over? Like you know, somebody smoking a cigarette in the office?
You know, even if so. I mean,
fire crew, let's see here. A fire at JBS beef plant, Grand Island. A 5-alarm fire. 5-alarm fire at a butter production plant in Idaho.
Butter production plant. You turn milk into butter.
What's flammable there?
And why? Why is it there?
Did somebody bring in a case of potatoes? A fire at a beef plant in Grand Island. A fire ripped through a Dringle a woman is in custody following a fire at Garrard County food pantry. A fire broke out at 5:30 p.m. But it's a lot of fires. Made Right Steak Company. Westside Foods Processing Plant in Smith, San Antonio left with smoke damage after a fire. that's the first 10 was in 21. Now we're starting 22.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it just keeps going. A fire broke out at Made Right Steak Company. Westside Food Processing Plant. Oh, wait, that's I went backwards. 12 hours to put out a fire in Carl Neutrina plant. A fertilizer plant with 600 tons of ammonium nitrate caught on fire in Cherry Street in Winston-Salem.
Wow.
We about had one in Iran. What was it, Iran? Where the port blew up?
No, was that Syria?
Syria. I'm still sure that was a missile that did that. I don't have the pictures anymore. But I took my phone and watched that video over and over and kept pausing it and pausing it and pausing it. And I swear to you, there was a point where I found that there was a fucking missile in the front.
Right, but that could be the whole thing. You know, if you look hard enough, you'll find what you're looking for.
That's true, too.
You know, I mean,
that's true, too.
I mean,
it could have been a bird. That was flying really fast.
It could have been anything.
Could have been.
What it most unlikely is that it just blew up.
Man, 3-4-22, 3-4-22. So in Missouri on 3-4-22, 294,800 chickens destroyed at a farm. Same day, 644,000 chickens destroyed in Cecil, Maryland. On the 8th, 243,000 chickens destroyed at an egg farm in Newcastle, Delaware. And then on 3-10, 400,000 chickens destroyed at, or 663,400 chickens destroyed in Cecil, Maryland.
And right there,
that's twice in Cecil, Maryland. That's
avian bird flu right there. They had to be put down. All those birds, and now that's the direct correlation to today's egg prices.
Right.
Because when you get rid of that many egg-laying hens, you have to repopulate, and it takes a while to get from chick to.
But then we had the food. But then we had the food where the chickens weren't laying eggs because of the food too. That's an also.
But that's
not an either or.
That turned out to be some bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, they proved that was bullshit.
Ah.
Birds go through cycles like that where they don't lay eggs.
Why is there so much bullshit? I swear
because it's all it is, and
it's
that's all it is. That's why you can't really. There's only a few news people that you can really trust anymore because it's all propaganda.
Right.
It's not even really news.
Right.
You got to really dig and find.
Well, if it's bird flu, then that explains like the next 14 fucking incidents because all of these are just.
Yeah, there was I want to say it was upwards of 5 to 10 million chickens that had to get put down last year.
That's what it looks like between all the way up where I started.
Yeah.
Like between, let's see here, hang on. Between 3/17/22, number 33. Down to number 63, 4/20/2022 is all birds, except for where the plane crashed into the food processing plant, which is odd. And here's a fire at a beef plant. But this is just food.
Yeah,
this is just the food angle. You know, I mean, wow.
It's becoming increasingly clear that you
I think we have a domestic enemy.
you need to find access to a local farmer because you're depending on fucking Kroger for your food is going to end up being a problem.
Yeah. Walmart's closing in Washington.
Yes, I saw that. The ticker said, I haven't looked it up.
Oregon.
Shutter stores.
Oregon.
Multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Portland, Oregon. Yep. Multiple Walmart stores. And Walgreens have already done that. Walgreens have already closed up shop in San Francisco, a couple places.
What did you think was going to happen when you could constantly just rob these motherfuckers?
Dude, they passed a law that says anything under $1,000 was a simple crime. So they go in there and just smash and grab anything because it's going to be less than $1,000.
But
they made it easy for these criminals.
So, how do you feel about weather manipulation? Let's jump into it. Let's try to keep it a little short tonight. How do you feel about weather manipulation as a science? As if it's a science, it's weaponized. So let's not even skip steps. As a science.
Well, if it's as a science, then you know it's already weaponized. And if it's already weaponized, we are already using it.
Somebody's using it.
We certainly are.
We had.
You know where I stand, Justin. I'm 100% certain and confident that our military is the strongest in the world, without question.
Right.
Without question. Dude, I'm almost certain that we could win a war against all the other superpowers combined.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you.
No.
I'm 100% believer that we
We're
could definitely win.
We've got weak spots.
We do.
We
do, but we spend a lot of money on our defense.
We do what we are powerful because at one point, we were powerful because we were allowed to be. And I know this sounds crazy, but hear this out. No, yeah, we can fuck you up all day. We can. But Russia's a good example of this. I'm going to mirror the situation. Russia's a power horse. I mean, compared to its neighbors, Russia a bad motherfucker. Compared to its neighbors, Russia's a beast. The reason Russia can't just walk in and smack Ukraine and take it is because people won't allow it.
I get that.
The reason we didn't get absolutely crushed by the entire world at the end of World War II was because somehow we convinced all the other countries that what we did to Japan was okay.
I get that. That's cool. You know
what I mean? We are a beast. You're right. Coming in here and trying to fight us, it's a bad idea. It can be done, but it's a bad idea.
To that point, let me say this real quick. To that point, we also know, I'm a civilian now. I've done my time in the military, and I was just another stupid fucking grunt, just like you were another sailor. You did your fucking job. Look, man, I'm here. I'm from the ground level, just in your organized military. There are hundreds of thousands of soldiers that are going to follow those orders to a fucking T. Yes, some of our generals are some woke motherfuckers.
Right.
When you get down to the soldier level, when they say go, we go. Like we go, not we, they.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
them too.
But
you know them
every
too.
country's army is like that. We've been
the
fighting
thing,
insurgents for the last fucking 20 years.
As a civilian, I have seen it already. Russia's generals don't have a lot of power.
No.
They do what they're told. As a civilian, I see that.
Right.
You don't think for one fucking second, if it really comes down to it, that this war with Russia could be over in 45 minutes. I'm 100% believer that the Tomahawk missile with the Ginsu blades on it, it's got Putin's name on it, Bubba. We know exactly where this motherfucker is. We know where he is.
Did you
At all times, we know where he is.
Did you hear the Chinese Prime Minister talking the other night about America? I should have that on here.
You should, but that's where he basically was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?"
That is exactly what.
But he said it, number one, in Chinese, and I don't understand Chinese. But number two, he probably was more politically correct than that.
First off, he ratted out America and shit I didn't know.
I didn't listen to it, though.
You have meddled in the elections of other countries over 300 times.
We already knew that.
I didn't know over 300. I mean, I knew we had messed around in a couple countries, but 300?
I mean,
that's like
of them.
I know she cheats, but I didn't know she was getting getting passed around in a room.
Dude, that's just like
you have invaded 56 different countries in the last 20 years. Now that you say it.
Yeah, we're warmongers. There's no doubt about that.
They
bro. There's a reason.
Who are you to tell anybody?
And maybe that's my confidence level. Is because we have been at war. We've been a country for 278 years. We've been at war for 280.
You have been fair. You have You have been proven to have attempted over 50 world leader assassinations.
We've been at war longer than we've been a country. Like, out of the 270
was
some
just
years,
like-
I bet you we've been at war longer than that.
This is one of the things where I wish I could be in the White House just to look over at the president and be like, "It's true." like, is he telling the truth, man? Guys,
Right, but you see,
we
that's,
can be better than this.
that's the reason why it's only one way. That's the reason, like, because the Chinese president, he can address his people, and they can translate it, and we can listen to it over here, and we can listen to him talk trash about us. If our president, which we know he can barely talk, but say it was Trump or anybody else, put anybody up there, DeSantis, I don't care. You put any Republican, Democrat, any president up there. If he goes on a tirade and talks trash about human rights in China, about how half your people are malnourished, and he just goes on a tirade, the Chinese people will never hear that.
That's true.
Because they censor the shit out of everything.
That's
So
absolutely
the Chinese people will never hear a response.
They'll never know they released
They
COVID.
just think their supreme leader is the greatest of all, or
You just
however
said
they
North
see
Korea.
him.
They don't even know Jesus exists.
Oh,
they just
no.
thinks Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, there is no Jesus.
This
Yeah.
guy went into North Korea and performed cataracts for free, did cataract surgeries for free. When he got done, they thanked Kim Jong-un. Not him. Thank our great leader Kim Jong-un. I can see again. Not the guy that did the surgery.
Dude,
Screw
if you
him.
ever want to really,
Like,
you really want to pull at some fucking emotional strings, man, you watch that Joe Rogan podcast with I can't
the girl
even
that
say her
escaped
fucking
North Korea to
name.
South
I
Korea?
can't even say her name.
Yes,
Kim-
yes,
Kim-
I've listened to that. She is.
Man, she tells you,
That's
like,
some
there
real-
is no word for love in North Korea. They took the word out of the language, like the supreme leader or whatever. I don't know which one. One of them. Maybe
Do they just say I Kim Jong-un you?
No, I don't know what they say, but there is no word for love.
Wow.
Like, they don't
That's-
know what love is. Like, it's all, you're just a family or whatever. But I'm
Wow.
sure they know what love is or they know what a connection is, but there's no word for it.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like,
Wow.
she
that
says
brings
all
whole
kinds
new
of shit.
that brings whole new feeling to there's no word for what I feel for you.
Right.
It really ain't North Korea.
Right.
Wow.
Aren't you lucky we live here?
No, dude, we are lucky to live in America.
Dude, even with all of our problems.
Amsterdam has better hookers, but America's a pretty good
Well,
place.
I mean,
We're not perfect.
no.
We can work a few kinks out, but
But we won't, though, because it's all just one big...
So, yeah. LA had snow this week.
Mhm.
That's new. That hasn't happened in a while. We had snow go all the way across the country. We had a horrific windstorm follow right behind it.
Yeah, bro.
Is it natural? Is the weather the weather? Is the weather natural weather being withered?
Now, how many times did you fucking say that before you got that right?
Once.
That's
I
a
doubt
lie.
I could
You
do
know,
it twice.
you lied. You was sitting there practicing that,
That
shit
was
before I
beginner's
got
luck.
here.
I figured it would take me 5 tries, and it didn't, and I'm
Nah.
not going to attempt it again.
You were sitting in there, you were practicing that
Good
shit.
enough.
He's like, Betty bought bitter butter.
Bitter butter bottoms. I mean, we got good examples of this, man. Okay, for example.
So, but real quick, so it's not uncommon, as you think it is, for LA to receive that type of weather. The way that shit came together was weird, but it's explainable when you think it from a scientific level, because it impacted all parts of the country with the same strength and ferocity. I mean, it created snow in LA, whole bunch of rain and tornadoes in Texas. We got a whole bunch of wind and maybe no rain. It rained earlier in the day, but and it really impacted a whole bunch of, and and it was all scientifically explainable, so it looked like natural weather. But you'll never like.
I'm going back to say it again. I think the weird balloon bullshit was some kind of weather manipulation device. That's the only explanation for that altitude and to be doing that. I find it weird that 2 weeks after that, which is about enough time for things to saturate and cool down, our weather just goes fucking crazy. I mean, you know, I got the video. I don't know if you remember this or not. This is one of our first episodes. We did an episode on weather manipulation. China, back in the day, this is back in the day.
Like, what's that mean?
Like, I believe this is the 80s.
Okay.
Or early
This is when
90s.
they used to run motherfuckers over with tanks. They're like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, real China.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go. Hang on. Let me get past this crap. Alright, here we go.
Do you own your home in West Virginia, but still rent your electricity? If you pay more than $70 a month in electricity, then you might
shown ourselves as strong partners, and there's evidence to that. So should all of us do this important homework? The bodyguard has... Okay, so if we'll fulfill our tasks, then we'll definitely...
I don't understand why I put videos on here and I get different videos when I go back to watch them. It's really frustrating.
Yep.
But anyway.
That's why eventually we'll learn how to edit these motherfuckers.
Yeah, but 2 seconds ago it was the right video.
Watch, as soon as you click on it again, it'll be the right video.
No, it's gone. It completely changed.
Damn it.
But the point of that video was, it was a documentary video. In 1990s, late 80s, early 90s, back when he first took power, he wanted to do a military parade to show the might of his country. But it was cloudy. So as the planes flew over, flew around, did some stuff, the clouds dissipated, and by time for the parade to start, blue skies. Dubai, not menacing at all. This is just you know, actually genius. This is where technology should go. We shouldn't be wondering if they're messing with our weather because they want to fuck with our crop production this summer. This is where science should go. Dubai. Sam Kinison got outsmarted. They don't have to move because they've learned to make it rain. Hopefully this works. Let's see. Yeah.
With Davo. Dubai is making it rain in a sweltering desert by zapping clouds with electricity using drones.
Fascinating, isn't it?
So much to ask, but let's take it, and then we'll do a few questions.
Before we talk about what's happening in Dubai, let's talk about cloud seeding in general, because a lot of people, I don't think, understand what cloud seeding is. And this has been going on for decades, by the way. This is not something that's brand new. But traditionally, what cloud seeding is, it involves using aircraft or drones or even some cannons to push silver iodide up high into the clouds. Why silver iodide? Because what that has the same crystallized structure as ice. So once it gets up into the clouds, it starts to accumulate ice on it and these large raindrops, which helps, especially in a cloud mass that's not really going to rain. It helps to bring rain and especially snow down.
So it works.
It does work. Marginally. But the problem with silver iodide through the years has been this, is that they feel it could be harmful to aquatic life. Okay. So over in Dubai, which is what you're seeing here, they took it a different step, and what they basically did, they had a fleet of drones that flew up into cloud cover and they used electrical charges to force water droplets to combine into larger ones.
So not silver, not cloud seeding as we know.
No, they're not using the traditional silver iodide, which takes out the environmental aspect of that, okay? So they're using just electricity to create larger raindrops. Why larger raindrops? Because in Dubai, they only average about 4 inches of rain per year, as most of the rain that falls out of the clouds evaporates. Because it's so hot, it's so dry, and the water molecules are so tiny. So they're trying to stimulate by using electricity these droplets to be larger, hence.
So I think it's fair to just come out and just say outright there's like a lot of different weather sciences in effect. Like there's it's not just they've got oh we can make it rain. Like that already got breaking that clip. But like it goes into explaining they can create superstorms. No, right there. That's a year old little clip from the news channel. But superstorm. They can create superstorms. They've already said they can create larger droplets, smaller.
And this goes back to the if they can do it, we certainly can too.
Yeah,
doesn't sound like it's very complicated type of science.
No. So, and I'm sure we probably got a totally different way to do it.
Yeah.
We've probably got the same technologies with a totally different path to it. Like for instance, during the space race, we spent $3 billion creating a pen that will work in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Russia used a pencil. Somewhere out there, a guy that got a government check to make a pen with a bunch of people going. And he's like, he's like, how's trying to trust the sports car clothes? Like, yeah.
So, have you heard about the 15-minute city?
Yes. You mean mega city? They just renamed it.
No. 15-minute city.
Yeah. Everything 15 minutes.
Yeah. Like big cities will be split into separate like boroughs / neighborhoods.
Okay. If this is done now, and I'll say this again. I say this all the time. If this is done in a manner where it's done for convenience, this could be a pretty cool concept. If it's done for means of control, then it's a prison.
Right. It can be used either way.
Easily.
You know, so
easily.
In the broad, say God's eye view, or 10,000 foot view, or whatever you want to call it. You know, fuck yeah. Who wouldn't want to? Of course, you have your car in case you need to go across town. You know. But 90% of your travel is within 15 minutes of your home.
Right.
Like that includes your job.
Can you guarantee me a job with a livable wage within 15 minutes of my home?
Like, I don't know.
What happens if I lose that job? Can I get another job within 15 minutes of my home, or do I have to move? Like, there's a lot of working part to this.
Well, this 15-minute city concept is never coming to West Virginia.
No.
We live too far out. Like even my city. like everything I need. You gotta think what 15 minutes is. I mean, 15 minutes. I can be from my house. I can be to Walmart in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Across town in a cab is $10 in Charleston.
Yeah, well, just to get in, it's like $4, right?
Yeah.
$2.99.
Yeah. I'll take you from Kmart to the Capitol. It'll run you about $13.
Yeah.
That's
no
across town.
It's no different. It's no different than an Uber.
No, I'm just saying Charleston's small.
Yeah. Charleston's it's definitely small.
Most people want airport calls. And I'm like, it's $10 from the airport to downtown.
Yep.
I think if you get in at the airport though, it's like an automatic $10 start off. They've had to make adjustments like that just because gas is expensive. Things like we gotta make money. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty cool because they're keeping up with the times a little bit.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I mean, so from the bird's eye view, I like the idea of the 15-minute city. From the practicality of it. For a city like ours, it's never gonna happen. Ours is small.
There'll be a weed man.
There better be. But I see the government controlling side of things, but I also see what less driving and less.
I would prefer a situation where I live 15 minutes from my home, where I could go to Walmart, where I could.
And it don't have to be Walmart.
But I want specifications on my living conditions before we go into this. I mean, I don't know if you've ever really seen how China lives. If these people have little apartments, if you watch, you ever see these little videos on TikTok where they got all little fancy little crazy little
gadgets?
That's because they live in a room this size.
Yeah, it's tiny.
With four people.
Yeah, it's tiny. They have no.
The pod hotel rooms are genius. But have you seen this? Dude, they have hotels that are just sleeping pods. Like you crawl in. There's enough room for you to sit up on the bed. You got a USB charger. You got a little table that folds out so you can plug your computer in and have your computer and your Wi-Fi so you can watch a movie or whatever. But it's literally like just a pod. Just a little pod. And that's your hotel room. It's soundproof. Nobody can see in. It's soundproof. Dude. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I'm getting to the point in my life where talking about this shit seems futuristic. But for our kids, this is what they're gonna live.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. They're gonna live in a totally different world.
You know, from the less pollution and less traffic and less spending time in traffic and less all the menial bullshit. And just focus on your family and your job. You know, just focus on the things that make your life happy. I like the idea of 15 minutes.
I do too.
Just like you said, I have a lot of questions. Although I know my lifetime, I'm never going. I mean, dude, everything's within 15 minutes of me. So I don't. You know, everything I need is everything I don't need. I got all of downtown Charleston. I mean, Gabriel Brothers out Canal City. All the way up there.
Anywhere you want to be
in 15 minutes. Yeah, Charleston's a great place to live when you think about it.
Now my question is 15-minute driving or 15-minute walking is 15 minutes city? Because we've seen a lot.
If you watch a couple YouTube videos, there's a whole bunch of transportation.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole bunch of E-trains, and elevated trains, and you know the videos they show like the sidewalks are full of fountains and fruit trees, and it just looks like a utopian type environment. You know what I mean? But that's how they sell it to you.
You know, will they upkeep those fruit trees?
Yeah.
Will they plant fresh tomato plants?
And then fucking you say or do something wrong, and they disconnect your your fucking train access pass or something. So you
Now
can't get to work because you know what I mean. That's too much control. I see that.
No, you have to go to work. They will come get you if you don't go to work. You just can't buy anything.
Yeah, because everything's through.
You can't buy food
or whatever. However
Dude, I don't trust.
From the government control perspective, I see it. I can see the problem. From the utopian type, not necessarily paradise, but
why can't we get like the fifth element thing? All the flying taxis.
Right.
Flying taxi.
I'm sure that's coming. But I mean, we'll be dead and gone. But you know, in order for it to get like that, you really need to stack up.
Right.
We have so much property still left on Earth that's developed. I mean, dude. We literally created fucking Las Vegas out of the desert.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you don't sit there and tell me that the Sahara Desert's not
But honestly, like the mob did most of that.
Of course they
They did more than the
But
government.
the U.S. not really. The Army Corps of Engineers built the Hoover Dam. And that investment alone created Las Vegas.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The monsters just made it what it is.
Right.
It's Sin City for that reason. But yeah, dude, you don't think that can happen in the Sahara Desert?
Right.
Middle of Africa?
You don't think they could turn
They
Lake
create
Fork
a fucking-
You don't think they could turn Lake Fork into like a 15-minute metropolis?
Probably not. But that's the thing, though, Justin. I've been coming out here long enough. Like, other than this fucked up road that you live on, you're about 15 minutes from Charleston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely 15
I mean, fuck this road. This road takes 10 minutes to get to the goddamn stop sign.
They did stuff down there. They
Don't say the F word.
They
Because it's not fixed.
They said it's fixed.
It's not.
They straight up texted me. They sent the lady an email back and said the problem has been resolved and has been repaired and is fixed. That is not fixed.
That is not close to fixed.
That's not even repaired.
You dump some gravel down there and you put up a sign.
What did you run over?
And now here's the thing. You put the sign up halfway through the rough part. Shouldn't that be at the beginning?
No, the pothole's that big around that slow you down before you get there. Maybe we just start painting penises around the potholes.
That's a good idea. That should get some damn viewers on our channel. Let's do it. It's gotta be like a spray paint too. You know what? I'm a young kid at heart. I can go back to my 12-year-old days. I was good at drawing. I don't know why, but dude, I can draw all kinds of dicks. We might get something accomplished.
Right.
This is the first time we actually recording our live stream.
Yeah.
We have something to post up on the channel. Since our normal viewers didn't tune in tonight.
So on a final note, because it's short, you know, it's getting late.
Yeah. I mean, I've been up since 4:30, so shit.
So I don't know if you've seen this week or not, but another one, a whistleblower. We don't know his name, but another one of Hunter Biden's associates comes forward to talk about his ties to Chinese energy companies. This isn't Bob Alinsky. This is a new guy. A totally different guy.
Cool.
I'm sorry. His name is Gal Luke. Now, if you want to get something funny, he showed up at somewhere and was like, basically, the Biden administration, this is straight Jason Bourne shit. Okay? It says, the Biden administration put out a warrant on this man claiming that he was an international arms dealer and was selling arms to terrorist organizations, trying to get him arrested before he could whistle blow.
Holy shit. Wow. That's no different. That's exactly no different than what they did to that fucking dude with the damn. Why am I keep drawing a blank? What was the stock company that went bankrupt and he lost all that money?
FTX. Yeah, he was arrested.
He testified to Congress. They arrested him.
Yeah.
There's nothing to see here.
Nothing at all. Oh yeah, they blocked.
Did you watch any of the CPAC conferences this week?
A little bit of it. I didn't watch much of it. I was trying to get it in today so we could talk about it, but I really didn't get enough of it to. I'm trying to find the part, see if it has it in here, where they claim that he was a drug runner, international gun. They're trying to get him fucking dude. I'm telling you, man, when they're going to get their hands on this administration, it's going to be ugly. Jordan is already like I can't talk about a lot of things, but what's going on is.
Yeah, that's why I want to try to keep updated on this stuff. At the same time, there's so many going. There's so much going on. There's so many committees going on. Like I'm just trying to live my life.
I catch the highlights,
and I'm sure that when these investigations wrap up, that's where it comes to a head. Because Justin, dude, I swear, if this is just another bullshit investigation and nothing fucking happens. You know what I mean? Like whatever you find out, these people need to be arrested.
I feel like the way they're coming down on Merrick Garland, it's going to force him to either shit or get off the pot.
We already know that Dr. Fauci lied to Congress.
Oh yeah.
That's a felony or a misdemeanor. Misdemeanor? I think it's a misdemeanor to lie to Congress.
Yeah, but it's
still jail time. And if they find out that that's what legitimately happened, this man needs to go to jail. Period. The end. I don't care. I wouldn't care if it's Trump. I wouldn't care who it is.
No.
When you investigate, you get to the end. Arrest some motherfuckers. You know, that's the thing. Like, there's only been a few people arrested for this whole Russia collusion thing. Still don't know who that fake ass whistleblower was that Adam Schiff had. You know what I mean?
Did he even exist? Did Adam Schiff ride during like
they all did. They all did. Every single one of them that went on CNN or MSNBC and was like, Trump's going to prison because he colluded with Russia. Every one of them.
We've been waiting for this evidence to come out for fucking 6 years again. For 6 years, man. I say it all the time. I'm arguing on Facebook. I'm like, look, man.
It's fun to talk about, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. Because I don't have any faith in this shit. Like, you're just going to say, okay, you're guilty. And then boom, guess what? The next distraction. the next plane crash.
I didn't hear the hot mic.
The next whatever distraction you come up with next.
I haven't heard the hot mic. But apparently there's a hot mic where talks about the balloons being private and all that. And apparently on the hot mic, and I haven't heard it, but it's been talked about on several podcasts. He goes in the back and he's like, think anybody bought me that bullshit. Like, I'm gonna find it this week.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, if it was real, we're gonna have it next week.
I would love to hear that.
But if anybody watches this, if you got a conspiracy theory topic or a rabbit hole we can dive into, doesn't have to be political. Let us know, man. I love having new things to research, new things to look into.
Sure. Now that we're recording, we can post these live streams to our channel.
Yeah. And
any comments or whatever, we will definitely look into them and try to answer the question or dig into it a little further.
Right. Absolutely. And on top of that, anything's good to talk about. Like anything.
So we're gonna go back to the old middle of the road channel. We're gonna revisit some of those topics.
Yeah, we're
trying to
gonna
get our new channel up and get a library going.
I almost started working on animal bird today, but I was gonna, pick something. We had giant, we had bird, we had. Remember when we talked about the history of the world trying to build flying saucers?
Right. We talked about all kinds of shit.
The fact that I don't believe the Tyrannosaurus could possibly be an apex predator unless some short arms were hooked to wings.
Hey. Well, you're not the only one. Yeah, that motherfucker was terrifying, for sure. It would have definitely been terrifying, but you know.
I mean, the Velociraptor didn't have wings. His arms were this long.
That poor T-Rex. That poor T-Rex. He was terrifying. Those little arms.
They just
big Can't even read.
I'm just not sure that plan was thought out.
Damn it.
The greatest moment in Disney history is Rob's.
Love that shit. I'm just not too sure how well this plan is. This plan is perfect. Hell yeah, well, I don't want that anymore.
I saw where Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. are going to have another what's it called? Exhibition bout.
Yeah, that was good money for those that watched it. I mean, the whole point of it was, just to create money.
Oh, absolutely. Like the first boxing match, just two guys. I mean, two friends.
Yeah.
It
You could tell. They were punching each other.
They were. Mike Tyson with a Roy Jones Jr. up back in the day.
Most likely, yeah.
It would have took him a couple swings to hit him, because he was a dancer too. But when he hit him, it'd have put him in the other corner.
That'd have been instant concussion.
Yeah. She didn't know who Roy Jones Jr. was. I was like, oh. I mean, Roy Jones Jr. was the Mike Tyson of lightweight. I don't know how else to put. I mean.
See, John made his debut back to UFC again.
Yeah.
After this past week.
Dude, I gotta put a shout out. Hulu.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the Tyson series.
I watched it. It's pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was good. That dude that played the dude on the stage playing.
He tried. He had his mannerisms, but his look was and he did the voice pretty good. I mean, he did a pretty good job.
He did. When
I look at his face, I was like, that's not Mike.
No.
Didn't even look like
No. It was the mannerisms.
He had the little list. He had that shit. The way, yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, that was good. I'm watching Wu-Tang Saga.
Is it good?
Yeah, dude.
I haven't even seen it.
Dude, if you're a Wu-Tang fan, it's great. Because it shows you how they got creative.
I'm a Wu-Tang music fan. I don't know if I'm a whole Wu-Tang history fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the music. Absolutely. I don't know if I can watch an entire series on how they came to be. It's not.
I mean, if you did watch it, you could see how they created a lot of shit that they created.
Right.
Because Like all of them. They had one thing in common. That was the key. Is all of them enjoyed those old 70s, 80s fucking kung fu films. That's why a lot of their music,
right.
It, it sounds like it's kung fu and samurai swords.
Yeah.
It's heavily inspired by old kung fu films.
Nice.
And dude, it was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it. I'm watching it again. Like I watched it. They just came out with the third season. So now that they came out with the third season, I'm watching the first two seasons again. To refresh my memory.
Nice. I got a couple shows
it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable. I wish I could, but dude, I can't do this during the summertime.
No.
Like I'm too busy doing other shit. Like I come home, take a shower, and have to go to a baseball game. Man, we just go do shit. Always go.
I need to finish patient. I was having fun with that. See, I drive all day, get home, I just want to wind down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you want to do.
I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, let's
wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Had a good week.
Yeah, start getting this library together. Anybody that watches, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah, I had a whole rant perfect in my head the other day, and I was driving. I'm going to make a better habit to just hit record on the phone.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
I was driving. I just pulled up the camera. Opened up the video.
I mean, I was talking shit driving down the road. I should have just caught that. I heard Zelensky's speech, and I was like, what the fuck? And Putin. Now hold up, Vlad. Hold up. I tend to take your side most of the time on this great thing. Don't get your britches bunched up. Fucker. You find yourself in a red dawn scenario. Patrick Swayze carrying your dead general around the back of a train. Don't talk like you want some of this over here. This ain't your side of the pond.
No.
I ain't even saying our military. I mean, you gonna run into West Virginia, you gonna get fucked up by some mountain people.
Yeah, the military.
You get inhumane at this point.
Dude, I know, legitimately. I'm not. Sometimes it's easy to over-exaggerate. You know what I mean? But legitimately, Justin, I swear, I know 15 motherfuckers right now that are deadly with a compound bow from 60 yards. This is before we even get to the fun shit.
Our civilians in inner city drive around shooting other civilians from cars.
Moving targets.
Kids in our major cities don't even fucking flinch when gunfire goes off.
Our generation spent fucking years shooting that stupid fucking duck. Dude, I'm good at a moving target. Like sometimes I even shoot the dog just to see what the fuck happened. But I was good at that shit. Fuck that duck.
I'm just saying.
I mean, dude, we have a whole generation like idling back. They spent years playing San Andreas. Like, let's go rob some shit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring the Russian? Oh, dude,
you're
PKM up on my wall.
Yeah, your Russian hunters are gonna be up on fucking cinder blocks on the side of the highway somewhere.
Yo, shit, probably with a fucking red, white, paint job.
Some crew in the corner with your top secret equipment.
That shit's sitting on 40. You know what I'm saying? I got a caliber machine gun sitting on 40s, all chrome.
I caught one of their drones. No, man. The wrong people.
Yeah, I still want drones. That'd be great for our channel.
I love that drone.
I'm loving to get one.
Love to. Yeah.
But anyway, we supposed to wrap this shit like 20 minutes all fucking day. I'm about to take it to the house, lay it down.
Well, man. Another great week.
Till next week.
Till next week. Definitely.
Maybe even later this week.
Yeah. Appalachian Parlay out.
Yep.
Yeah, finish that sentence. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. I was gonna say, you never know, you might get another driveway rant from me this week.
Right. We'll get one or two in.
For sure. All right, till next week, guys.